Hi, my name is Keenan Hartert. I'm an associate professor at Minnesota State University Mankato. I research cancer and biology education research. So today I'm here to show you some of Prism Pro's new features, the most important of which for this video is how to calculate variables from in-table formulas. What this means is that, as you can see, I'm in the multivariable setup in Prism. We've added a new setup. You'll see it on the right here. But there's a few ways to access this. What this is going to give is that you no longer have to transform, move your data, things like that. You don't have to go back to another spreadsheet program. You can do a lot of stuff here, especially some more simple calculations, but save you tons of time. Now, I've got about 341 rows of data here, so having to go back and forth would be tough. Let's say, too, that all I really want right here, so if I've got, this faux data that I've got here, I've got student commute, minutes, and one way to class. Now, what if I wanted that to be like, how many hours per week are you commuting? So I'm going to say commute, and I'm going to say hours. Hours, I'm going to say per week. There we go. So in this case, to begin this, you have three options on how to start an in table. You can go to insert, and I can say calculated variable. I can just start. I can go over here, enter formula, or just like in most spreadsheets, you can say equal, and you're going to be kind of activated right here. So what I want with this, let's start with something kind of easy. I'm going to say, here's this value right here, that X. I want that times 2. So that's the commute to and back each day. And then I also want that times 5. So we want that weekly, right? Perfect. So now I've got a number. This is the number of minutes that people spend commuting per week, but I wanted hours. So clicking around, and obviously, and I can delete that there. Perfect. So what I'm trying to do here is, and yeah, be careful where you're clicking on these. What I'm going to do here is say divided by 60. Perfect. So now you can see I've got how many hours per week everybody's commuting. Excellent. Now, given that though, it's kind of a big number with the, the decimals. There's some other ways to do this, but I'm going to showcase one way that you can use the formulas for this. I'm going to say, hey, you know what? I actually need to round this number. So I'm going to double click that. I'm going to add my little equation into here that I was already building. I'm going to pop that in there, comma, and I want 1 digit on the end. Perfect. And so now if I go all the way over here we go. And we are back at commute per week per hour. So taking a look at that, you can see certain people that have a huge commute, like per week, 10 hours gone. Some people that have very little commuting per week. And this is a great way that you see how I did not have to go back into a new spreadsheet for any of that. And if I need to make any adjustments, I can just go back into the equation right here, and we're looking pretty good. So another really, and then yeah, be careful, just like any other spreadsheet, don't click your other stuff. So when you're done, click that little check mark and you'll be good. All right, so I'm gonna do like, let's say attend/class, like how did your how do people do in a ratio of like class over, oh yeah, here we go, class versus attend ratio. I already have it ready. So in this case, again, another practice, I'm gonna say one way to, if I wanted to use the variables strictly right here instead, what I'm going to say is, I want this divided by how much attendance was down here. Perfect. And then again, I'm working on the right over here, so I'll scroll over. So now I have this attendance set up, kind of a ratio to say like, hey, who, under or overperformed their attendance rate versus the percent that they got in class. This can kind of tell me who over and underperformed a little bit and to how big of a degree. So looking fun. The next one that I can likely check out is I wanted to try this. So I'm going to say collective stressors rating. So one thing that I do collect from, some of the surveys, and again, this is all faux data, but still, let's say that I wanted to get like an average potentially. Let's try this. So I'm going to say, all right, you know what? I want to know what each of these little guys down here, these are each a stressor. So like a 5 on a Likert scale is going to be pretty high for each. So I'm going to say, give me the sum, and I'm just going to do a sum instead of a mean, because this is going to go a little, I'll be able to like do a few more instructions here. I want to know your sleepiness, your restlessness, your athletics performance and ROTC stress level, your employment stress level, your academic stress level, your transport stress level, your financial one. And that should be good. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Divided by 7. Looks good. Nice. So now when I go over here, now I have a collective stress level kind of marker. This is the average of all their 5 Likerts into one value suddenly. So again, just another good setup to show you don't have to go back into your original data. You don't have to always transform or extract things in this case. With the multivariable setups, you can just have things kind of in the same sheet. And as a person who loves my data one table right here, just nice and clean, this is probably what I'm going to use, especially as I keep building and like kind of keep finding things throughout data, especially if it's something that I want to graph, like I just want to check something out. So in this case, again, I can also take that rounding function that we already saw, and I could edit this into this sum setup right here. I'm going ahead and using that. As you can kind of see on the bottom here as well, there's also a lot of really good ways. I mean, especially like more advanced stuff than I'm doing. I'm just doing a few small ones here. But if you are dealing with, more geometric stuff, there is a good if-then equation in there, which I love in spreadsheet functions. You've got plenty of log stuff, and that's a really key one for transforming. So especially like the log 10 stuff, I use that for my drug doses. I likely don't have to do the full transform sheet anymore if I want to just use this function right here. So really a cool feature that consolidates some of the best features that we've got going on, and I'm really excited to kind of pull this one off. So thanks so much for joining, and I'll see you next time.